Good morning, Gemini ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. Ladies and gentlemen, what I like to do is to go on and give you a reading as to whether you would reconcile your differences with the ex. And ladies and gentlemen, this reading is valid until the end of next month. I've decided to go on and use my Zombie Tarot deck today, ladies and gentlemen, as illustrated right here, along with a few additional cards which we'll discuss as we get there. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, if this reading resonates with you, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please take a few moments to do so now. Okay, so prior to getting into your reading, I'm going to go on and try to do a few mental advanced combinations here to give you some more specifics into your situation, okay? We have this 4 of Cups and that 5 of Cups there, and that shows, ladies and gentlemen, that an ex or an old flame will indeed resurface to attempt to kind of reconcile his or her differences with you. Perhaps after your breakup, or perhaps a bad disagreement that you had with him or her of some sort, as represented by this Death card there. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you also have this 3 of Swords there, and I'm going to combine that card along with, let's see here, 7 of Swords, okay? And so that shows that one of you hasn't really gotten over a bad relationship, and because of this, avoids perhaps any type of stable type commitments. It appears that one of you may have gotten your heart broken in some sense, and therefore, it almost seems as if it's a rebounder or something, that maybe your ex is going to rebound and come back into your life because this has happened, okay? I'm also seeing here you have this 3 of Cups here, okay? And let's go on and combine that card along with the 7 of Swords, okay? We have that 7 of Swords and that 3 of Cups right there, okay? So that shows that your ex or you appear to be really, playing the field in some sense, a player. I'm kind of getting with those 2 cards, and particularly when it comes to romantic dealings, okay? You also have this 7 of Swords there, and I'm going to combine that with the Queen of Cups, and that shows that perhaps your ex is indeed a smooth talker, he appears, or she appears, to be someone that is very, very good at telling you what you want to hear. I'm kind of picking up more of a Casanova or, Jezebel type personality, okay? You also, ladies and gentlemen, you have that 3 of Cups there, okay? You also have the 3 of Swords, and you also have that 7 of Swords there. So, ladies, infidelity is certainly a big factor in this relationship. And you might also be involved with someone or want to reunite with someone who might already be married, or perhaps might already be connected in somehow with another person, okay? We also have this, let's see what we have the 3 of Swords there, the 5 of Cups, we have the 7 of Swords, and we have the Death card, ladies and gentlemen. So it shows that certainly this union is certainly in jeopardy. You might even be contemplating if your lover really, has any type of strong interest, in you because of all of the challenges that you face. Or one of you, ladies and gentlemen, might potentially be already in the midst, perhaps, of a breakup, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, looking at these cards here, I also see a few timing, a major timing conjunction that I'd like to discuss with you, okay? You have this... let's see here. You have this 3 of Swords there, okay? And that card immediately follows, ladies and gentlemen, the Empress. So this suggests that a major event, ladies and gentlemen, has already transpired, and the influence of this 3 of Swords shows a period of feeling a sense of emotional starvation, emotional loss, which most likely, may have started 6 weeks ago, or it may last for another 4 to 6 weeks, okay? However, the good thing about this card is this period is certainly almost over, because when you have a major conjunction here, it shows the end of a cycle here, okay? And when you see that Empress card there, you know, ladies and gentlemen, she brings about happiness, abundance, including, gentlemen, and I'm sure most of you would like to have this, sexual bliss. Okay? Just examining the numbers that you have here, also to give you a few additional advice here. Adding up all of these numbers equates to 61, and it reduces to 7. So the number 7 asks you to kind of remove your rose-colored glasses, Gemini, and not live in a fairy tale world. You know, it also asks you to kind of listen to your dreams, because all of you have great intuition. And it asks you to kind of stop hesitating, let go of fear, and kind of choose to live a happy life. I've also noticed, Geminis, here you have 3 threes that shows in your reading, and that kind of warns you to kind of avoid gossiping, you know. And don't believe everything your lover says, because always an element of deception might be at play, and keep that in mind. But it also, you know, despite, you know, those elements, it shows, you know, that success is approaching you guys. Okay? So now let's go on and get started, and I'm going to look at the card that fell to the bottom of your deck, of the deck here, which you have the Temperance. Okay? And Temperance connects with a Sagittarius. And ladies and gentlemen, this card is all about, you know, discipline, you know, moderation, and kind of tempering, you know. It kind of shows a strong need to kind of make changes, ladies and gentlemen, particularly how you kind of been communicating with your lover, you know. It also shows that some hurt associated, there may be some hurt associated with a lover that you dealt with, that you feel that may have treated you wrongly, or may have potentially left you out in the cold in some sense, okay? So let's go on and get started and look at your central issue here. We have this Page of Swords card there. So, of course, it represents the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, but I also see it representing a Taurus at times too. So, ladies and gentlemen, this card is certainly all about agility, examination, and circumspection, you know? And it seems that with this card, you kind of, you know, you're not really enjoying the situation that you're kind of feeling yourself in, you know. There's usually, with this card, I'm kind of feeling that you're going through a very arduous phase, you know, when it comes to your love life. And this card is kind of sending you an urgent need to kind of distance yourself a bit, to allow some time for yourself to kind of have introspection, you know. And some of you might even feel victimized, or in some sense, and feel that, you know, this relationship in some senses is in grave danger. Something or someone might even potentially be threatening your union. There may be outside forces over which you have no control, but I certainly see that the person from whom you've been estranged, or you would like to see again, it certainly is going to return, despite your desire to kind of, you know, let the relationship go. It looks like that you guys may have had some disagreements or some sense. Okay? Looking at your next card, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to examine, you know, what's kind of inside of you, or really, ladies and gentlemen, what moves you internally, if you will. We have that Queen of Cups there, ladies and gentlemen. So, of course, it represents a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, and or Pisces. And this card, ladies and gentlemen, is all about affection, happiness, and generosity. So you really want to kind of end any existing conflicts, some kind of feeling, and move closer towards, again, the person for whom you have been estranged from. But this card is kind of suggesting that more attention might need to be directed towards your issue, you know, when you see that card. Let's move right along, ladies and gentlemen, and look at, you know, your lover's attitude towards you. Okay, we have this Death card, and of course the Death represents Scorpio. So this card is all about change, newness, and transformation. So it seems that your lover seems to think he or she, it looks like, should perhaps close the chapter with you, and kind of let it go, or let God, in a sense, you know, when I'm kind of looking at this card here. Okay? So let's also move on and look at your attitude towards your lover, okay? We have that Empress card. And the ruler of this card is Venus. And of course, it rules Taurus and Libras. So this card is all about growth and happiness. And so this therefore kind of says that, you kind of looks like you're remaining open to the possibility of reconnecting with your partner, and you kind of want the relationship to grow. So you kind of seeing your ex here with this card as being very creative in some sense, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, with any circumstances that we tend to deal with in life, there are certain things that are kind of less important than others. So I wanted to add this element into your reading just to let you know what's really not important as it relates to your situation, okay? We have that Three of Swords card there, and of course that represents the air signs once again, the Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, and the ruler is Saturn. And this card, ladies and gentlemen, is all about upheavals, separation and confusion. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it's certainly not the time to kind of decide against what you feel, or be scared of a letdown in some sense. Or let your mind and your anxiety drive you crazy, okay? Or mourn, or even stress yourself over this situation because it's not that serious as you may think it is, okay? So, now that we've examined what's not important, what is important, okay? Let's move on to your next card here. We have that Five of Cups there, and of course it represents a Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And this card, ladies and gentlemen, is all about worry, grief, and sadness. Therefore, now it's certainly, the time for you to really accept what might have happened, guys. Take needed time to heal, Show your hurt possible, and realize that with this card, certainly all is not lost, as your situation appears to still be salvageable. Although it still may not make you happy, it's still salvageable nevertheless, okay? And ladies and gentlemen, I also wanted to build in an element just to let you know what challenges, what challenges that might come up or that you may be faced with, okay? And we have that Seven of Swords there. And of course, the moons rules that card, and it picks up again the Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. So this card, ladies and gentlemen, is all about betrayal, deception, and in fact, subterfuge, Uncertainty and deception might challenge this union, okay? And this card is kind of telling you that it may be a very difficult challenge for you guys to tell the truth to one another. And conning and sneakiness might also be a factor, okay, that you might want to try to kind of overcome. So try not to use these elements, what these cards are kind of suggesting, in actions to really resolve your differences or difficulties. You must, Gemini, consider how this negativity has impacted your union. Okay? So this is why a lot of the problems are still coming up. Okay? So let's look at what's hidden, that you're probably not or unaware of. Okay? We have that Three of Cups card there. Okay, and of course it connects with water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So although a trying phase is ahead for you, I see that, you're going to come out of it. And some of you may not think that you are, or even think that you're going to reconcile. But again, this card is all about joy. So again, the position of this card is to tell you what's hidden. So therefore, there might be a festive occasion that might crop up between the two of you, or some type of romantic interlude, if you will, that you two will share soon. I see a new beginning is certainly near, but you might consider thinking about your best approach with this card, But some of you might even have or might need in your situation to kind of take the first step towards reconciliation. Okay, and I'm also feeling that there may be a discussion for some of you regarding marriage. Okay, let's move right along and just look at the outcome card that we have here. We have that Four of Cups. Okay, so again, water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, and a Pisces. And this card, ladies and gentlemen, is all about boredom. It's all about doubt and dissatisfaction. So although you may have become bored or kind of feel no real need to kind of put in more effort in sustaining a relationship with the one from whom you've been estranged, you're going to constantly worry, I feel. And this relationship is still going to cause you to kind of want more than, I'm feeling in the way of a good relationship. And the person you might want not be able to kind of offer that to you or offer you the love that you're kind of desiring, because he or she might not be as emotionally as available as you, or as you would like him or her to be. So this union, I'm feeling, as indicated, still might not make you happy, even if you do reconcile. So to avoid making any haphazard decisions, okay, I feel, Gemini, that you might want to try to withdraw a bit and contemplate your next step before entertaining moving forward. I also think that doing so will elevate your feelings of lassitude and boredom, because the key here, Geminis, is to kind of rise above, your present circumstances. And Geminis, as indicated, I decided to go on and just add a few more cards here to give you some parting advice. The first card I decided to select comes from John Holland's The Psychic Tarot deck. And the card selected, ladies and gentlemen, is emotional loss. So this card is certainly saying that, you've been honored. I mean, you've been somewhat grieving over a loss, over this loss. And it's time for you to kind of distance yourself from it and just let the past be just what it is, the past, and really let it go. And to start really thinking more positively, because once you continue to keep thinking about negativity, you're going to keep breeding negativity or bringing negativity towards you in a way that you really wouldn't want it to come. So this card also is certainly all about new beginnings and happiness. And it says that if you just wait, the things that you really desire are just right around the corner, okay? Next, guys, I decided to go on and pull a card from Sylvia Brown's My Spiritual Reading cards. And the message here is that she wants to impart to you is, or these cards, is to kind of avoid you guys being pulled into by people who kind of use you and kind of put you down. And perhaps this may have been an element in your relationship, and it's telling you to avoid it this time around. Okay? And last but not least, I decided to go on and use pull a card from the little reminders, the little love reminders, love and relationship cards by Amy Zenner and Monty Farber. And the cards I selected pretty much were desire and endures. And what this card, or the message of this card, is asking you to do is to decide what you think is important as it relates to your relationship. And determine, as I have been suggesting throughout the reading, practical ways to attain what you want. And the next card here is telling you, try to have patience, Gemini, and wait for the developments in this relationship to reach the stage where your desires and in fact become attainable, And you're going to find that with patience, Gemini, you're going to certainly find a true love that you have been kind of seeking. And, and this card is asking you, or these cards are asking you to stop suffering from the lack that perhaps that you're feeling, and just try to work on yourself and your demons. So, Gemini, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading resonates with you and offer you food for thought. As indicated from the outset, please go on and subscribe if you have yet to subscribe, or go on and give it a big thumbs up if it in fact resonates with you. As always, I look forward to hearing your comments. And Geminis, I'm presently offering a promotion which is scheduled to expire this 25th of this month, okay? It's $20 a question. Should you be interested, you may contact me at WAT61073@gmail.com. Do enjoy your day, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Thanks a lot.